Welcome to Local Edition. I'm Brad Pomerance in Sacramento. Today we are joined by the Senate Majority Leader Bill Monning. But I'm wondering if you have special credibility with the administration in Washington. You are a successful Republican in the state of California. If you speak loudly, I wonder if you can really send that message that we in California want to be able to act locally. I am here as a successful Republican in California. Listen to me. For argument's sake, let's presume that California becomes a sanctuary state, whatever that means, or some of our biggest cities become sanctuary cities. How will that impact our finances? And so the question becomes, how does California, how does Los Angeles work with the administration? Because in the end, look, the city, the county, the state gets a lot of federal funding. And he's made a lot of threats. Little did a young Phil Yankovsky realize that his visit would be transformed into an international incident with reverberations into the 21st century. Once they captured you from the coast, I guess you could say, of the Galilee, right on the shore, you were whisked up and taken by these 5 individuals. Who were they? And in Damascus, you were forced to engage in further interrogation.
Yes.
Separately.
Yes.
They thought you were spies, I presume.
Initially, yes.
And from there to the dungeon. You're the member of Congress representing the area that was directly impacted. When you talk about folks will want to lean on others, they may want to lean on you. Yeah. Who's trained for this? I mean, you didn't train to be the congressman for the district that suffered the worst terrorist attack since 9/11. Let me ask you, though, about your officers today. Because, look, we think of the men and women of law enforcement as rocks of steel, but they're human beings.
Oh, sure.
And while I have no doubt they dealt, and we know they dealt with the situation with the utmost in professionalism, they have to go home at night.
Yeah.
And they have dreams and nightmares. How are they doing? We think about our neighbors in Redlands and San Bernardino, and we want to be charitable to our neighbors. But there's a lot of fear right now about our neighbors. And I'm wondering how you, as a leader, as a member of Congress, deal with those that are afraid of the other. Someone who may appear to be of the Islamic faith, or may be of the Islamic faith. Now you get a chance to meet the actual person behind one of the film's characters. Randy Schoenberg joins us today. Yes, the real Randy, played by Ryan Reynolds in the feature film Woman in Gold. Take a look. I gotta ask you, before we talk about going to arbitration in Austria, Ryan Reynolds. Ryan Reynolds plays Randy Schoenberg. I mean, I love you, man, but Ryan Reynolds. Yeah. What does it mean to you that you were able to do this for Maria as the grandson of 4 Viennese Jewish refugees? I mean, if they could be here today and see what you've done, and I'm speaking to a genealogist in my midst, I mean, I can't even imagine. Sir, there are 5 people that are impacted by CalPERS' decision to significantly cut the pensions of these former government workers. But these 5 people are our neighbors. They're really your neighbors. I'm actually feeling myself getting emotional talking about it. These are Californians that really gave their professional lives to this town. And we can point a lot of fingers. You know, maybe CalPERS didn't do something right, maybe Loyalton didn't do something right. I don't know what happened. But what I know is that Patsy Jordan is taking a cut that could devastate her and her family. But what was interesting about the new president's statements regarding voter fraud is he went after California very specifically.
He did, absolutely did.
And in large part because when you look at his margin, I mean, Hillary Clinton basically doubled his vote total. Right. She won California by 7 points more than Barack Obama did in 2012. And so California apparently was a sore spot for the new president. You, a few months back, went on the homeless count.
Right.
I want you to kind of give us a sense of what you saw, what you heard, what you smelled, what you felt. Okay, that's all for this edition of the J Report. For the entire J Report team, I'm Brad Pomerance. Thanks for watching.